Hi guys, welcome to another part of mini talks with me. So for today is my second article that I wrote. I think like last week maybe. So here, let's go. So this is going to be like three consecutive parts because I wrote three articles of the title "The Struggles of Overburdened Students." You guys can already probably guess what it is. It's academic pressure. This is probably I'm gonna try to be as short as possible for these because like I know it's so boring to just watch me talk, but it's my passion and I love it. So it's called The Struggles of Overburned Students, and if you guys want to know my Substack, it's Ellie writes good articles. I'm gonna show y'all because like I haven't gotten a single like yet, but I'm just spring here. I'm very positive no one will see this anyway, but let's go. So the first paragraph, I didn't think it would be this long. Anyways, have you ever encountered academic pressure? In fact, parents now choose to pressure their kids rather than choosing to help them. There are tons of academic pressure that lies within our society, but this article will show the causes and effects regarding the topic. Although this topic is always talked about, nothing ever changes. It is ineffable to explain that students are pressured to the point that some might even take their lives. The impact of this problem can worsen throughout these upcoming years. Now, oh, I'm pretty sure that should be the impact of this problem can worsen throughout these upcoming years. Okay, I was wrong. Now I will explain the causes, effects, impacts, and science regarding this topic. So I honestly don't. I think I did impacts and science on like one paragraph, or I never did science. I'll check later so that I could make an article like later if I didn't write for the science because it's supposed to be four parts, but I only did three. The first cause is parental expectations. Many parents expect high grades and achievements from their children. This pressure can make students feel less important and more pressured. Parents will explain on how they suffered throughout their life, trying to convince their children to not only work harder but to work beyond their means. This means their health can downgrade and suffer with all pressure driven to their brains. Many parents expect that if you get a high grade, you'll succeed and become a billionaire. Hypothetically, maybe. This is the main cause of academic pressure. Without this, academic pressure won't skyrocket. For that last line, I didn't mean that academic pressure won't be a problem, but it's going to be less common than it is now to mostly Asian students. Because this is probably like the main cause of every it's I'm gonna be estimating here, but I'm just gonna say it's at least 60%. Like for me, in my observations, I think it's at least 60% of kids around the world and students that feel this, even college. So the second cause is called peer competition. Another cause is, yeah. Some students believe that everything is a competition. They not only put pressure on themselves but also compare themselves to others. They assume that by beating one of their classmates, they'll gain a step toward success. Because of this pressure, students choose to cheat or overstudying themselves to beat anyone. Getting first place for them is everything. Without the achievement, they'll feel less worthy. The thought of not being the top student drives them crazy. They act as if they got shot by a million bullets. Bullets? Oh my gosh, my Filipino accent is coming out. Anyways, this causes one of the main factors about academic pressure. It may seem like a fun competition at first, but it'll turn into an obsession for perfect later. This is mostly built by parental expectations. So when you're like a kid and you certainly got like zero, like you're a fail, not a failure, but you're like a F student or something like that. And then when you get those academic pressure from your parents and you suddenly get an A, they're gonna be okay. That's fine. We're sorry for treating you badly, and now at least we know that you're capable of it, and we'll leave you to the rest of it. That means there's parts that they could stop, or even if they don't, you're gonna be used to the fact that, oh, I got an A, that means I can do it. So that means you're going to pressure yourself into not getting an A, but to getting an A plus. While your parents are saying you should get an A, you're going to backtalk them and say, A, I need an A plus. A is way out of my league. The fact that the pressure was so into you, to the fact that you also pressure yourself because you know you could do more, because you hope that your unrealistic goals can happen. But the last is self-imposed pressure. So this is where students set goals that are too unrealistic and almost impossible to commit. These goals can be achieved by later means that they pressure themselves to commit it as soon as possible. But it's not the difficulty that stops them from achieving these goals. It is the fear of failure that leads to stop them from being able to commit or maintain the task. So this is literally just the same as the second one, except this one kind of, doesn't compare to other students. So this could be for the homeschooled students that study at home, of course. Because like in the peer competition, it is exactly like that. You pressure yourself just to beat somebody else, and that's the pressure that you make. I need an A plus because my rival can get an A. But the last cause, I mean, if you say, wait, the last cost is definitely like for school, like you pressure yourself. But if you're homeschooled, it's definitely that, because like, let's all be honest, I've already encountered this pressure. But every time you pressure yourself to do more, it's because you see somebody else doing more as well. That's one of the main causes of peer competition, academic pressure. But the last, academic pressure, this is mostly common for homeschooled students. And for my last paragraph, I told you guys it was fast. Like last time it was like 20 minutes of talking, and now since it's only part 1 of academic pressure, these are the causes only, by the way, okay? So in the next article, I will be talking about the effects and signs. I hope you like this article and read more of my work soon. So that's pretty much it. And honestly, like I said in like the first paragraph, this is a topic that is always talked about, but nothing ever changes. It's like war right now. The war right now, especially in Gaza, a lot of people keep donating, talking about how they deserve better. I also said that. I think everybody has said that, honestly. Well, except for those like bad people. I don't know. But anyways, those that are victims and died or injured because of this problem is what I care for and what I stand for. Because imagine doing nothing but giving your life, or giving at least a part of your life to them because of their greed. So like, it's the same. It's like all of these problems are so talked about, like mental health, LGBTQ, like homophobics. They always talk about, like sometimes they even put religion into it. Like if you have academic pressure, it's because uh like we they want you to get better. I don't want to say any like holy names or something like that, but I'm not like blaming the religion. I'm blaming like the people. And it's honestly all people, and it's honestly so sad to see that kids now are and students and even elderly people are so affected by this problem. So I really pray and hope to all of y'all. Yes, I'm a Catholic. I'm sorry if this is much on, but I'm gonna try, and I'm going to be giving and trying to reach out to my blessings to all of you. And also, I'm currently trying to earn money right now as a student to go ahead and donate not only to my community and my country, my nation, also to the whole world, the whole society, including the poor, the suffering, and even sometimes the middle class. Of course, I'm not gonna say rich. They don't need donations. Sometimes the middle class, because there are times where actually, even if you can actually afford the thing, middle class like peeps can be like, very happy to see that they're given a gift from heart and not from like bought from your own money, because they can see the efforts, because middle class is not rich but they're not poor. So I don't know, that was such like a very weird last 2 minutes part of this, but hey, it's a very important topic to talk about because not only academic pressure is that's not like the only problem that's talked about so much that it's too ineffable to like say, oh, this is talking about too much. I can't even like handle a lot of problems. Okay, so I'm planning to make more articles of that, and hopefully you guys look into it. And that's all. Bye bye, and hopefully you guys read my articles. And if you don't want to read my articles and you want to listen like a little like maybe talk or podcast, you can go ahead and just watch the whole video and my last part one. So anyways, that's all. Thank you, and here's my mic. She's so cute. Bye bye.